Welcome to IFPG Discover, hosted by your president, Red Boswell. Join Red as he engages with founders and senior leaders of exciting franchise brands to explore valuable insights and uncover the fascinating stories behind remarkable franchise opportunities. Matching your candidates with great brands has never been simpler. Now here's your host, Red Boswell.
IFPG Consultants, welcome back to another IFPG Discover, discovering great brands, great people, great opportunities, and having a lot of fun doing it. I'm your host, Red Boswell, president of IFPG, the International Franchise Professionals Group, voting #1, 7 years in a row. And are we going to get 8? The drum roll is starting to happen, man. It's coming fast. We'll see. But gang, we are here today. Look at this. There's no way to cheat on this one. Nobody has it behind them. We're here to talk about Second Family. Hot category, hot brand, Rep'em leading the charge, and we have co-founder Joshua Markland, again from Second Family, and the one and only William Siegel from, yes, the one and only Rep'em. Welcome, guys, to IPG Discover.
Thanks, Red. Happy to be here.
Absolutely, Josh. Hey, Josh, where are you located today?
I'm in Maryland. I'm at our home office here in Maryland, just outside Baltimore.
Beautiful, buddy. Hey, we're about 4 weeks away from Annapolis, Maryland Regional Discovery Mixer. Are you going to join us?
I'm hoping so. I know Will will be there. I think Will will be there, but I'm not sure if I'll get there or not. Hopefully, though.
Planning to be there. Never been to Annapolis before, so I'm pumped.
Hey, I'm coming in a day early Tuesday night. We're going to go hit this awesome Irish pub I used to go to about a decade plus ago in downtown. So you both are welcome to join us, especially Joshua. I requested he be on here because he's got a red beard.
It's a requirement to attend, I hear.
He gets a bonus. Right on. Well, Josh, we'd love to start right between the eyes, my friend. Who is Second Family?
Yeah, thanks, Fred. So we are a senior in-home non-medical home care provider. We've been around since 2012, providing care in Maryland. We started franchising in 2020. And so we're really focused on improving the process of caring for seniors at home, and home can be wherever they are. It can be in a single family home. It could be maybe they're in independent living and don't want to move to assisted living. So we try to keep them wherever they are currently living.
Non-medical, senior in-home.
Correct.
Man, hot space. That is growing. Of course, we're a long way from that. But we've got parents, grandparents that are in those time of life that they could use that. And that is, I just read yesterday, I've heard forever that 10,000 people are turning 65 each day. I read just a day or two ago. It's now 12,000 per day. So it's not slowing down. Aging population. Thank goodness for our good health care and maybe good lifestyles, but we're living longer. So it's in need and it's not slowing down. Man.
Yeah, actually in 2034, there'll be more people in our country over the age of 65 than under the age of 18. That's the first time that will ever have happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say then under the age of 65 for a moment. I was like, okay. Nice. And that's around the time I'll hit 65 probably. But anyway, it's great to have you on here, Josh. Looking forward to learning about this brand. This is a category that consultants showing all the time. And Second Family's getting a lot of that love. We looked at your territory check volume, cranking serious volume, getting a lot of notice and a lot of available territory. In fact, William, how many franchises has Rep'em awarded? Have y'all awarded for Second Family?
Yeah, so as of last week, we awarded our 50th territory. So we're super excited. That's a huge milestone for us. And I believe we've got around 38 territories open and operational across the country at the moment. So we're consistently working. Josh and Chad and the leadership team are putting in the heavy work to get everybody open, get them credentialed, get them licensed, and really get them open to the community to be able to help the people that need the support.
Awesome. Last time we interviewed, we got to meet Chad, and William is more on the ops and IT side. So let's get a different perspective on things. He's a co-founder as well. William, I keep mentioning you are in a crowded space. You're in a hot space. Why is the consumer choosing Second Family over the competitors?
Yeah, it's an important question for our franchisees to understand so that they're able to answer that when they're asked, because it comes up a lot. So when Chad and I founded Second Family in 2012, we set out to solve for 3 problems that our family had experienced. So real quick backstory, Chad and I are cousins. Our grandmother had Alzheimer's. She was healthy as a horse, but she was losing her mind, and therefore it was affecting all of the remainder of her ability to conduct activities of daily living. So Chad's mom, my aunt, had in-home care for her. It was a horrible experience. It's a long story. But so we set out to found Second Family to solve for the problems that our family experienced, which was poor reliability, a lack of transparency, and just a low quality of care. So I'll go one by one. Reliability. We are using a different hiring approach. We think of ourselves internally like a staffing agency more than we do a caregiving company. So we treat our caregivers as flex time employees instead of part-time employees. So think of Uber drivers, right? An Uber driver can work whenever they want. They can accept or decline rides that come their way at however they see fit. We treat our caregivers the same way. So we are way overstaffed. So our reliability numbers have been through the roof. Here in Maryland, we keep track of the number. 99.7% of the time a family has asked us to come provide care, we're able to send a caregiver and provide care. It's because of our staffing model approach. Transparency, that's from the caregiver side and the client side, and that comes through our advanced technology. So we're using AI in ways that other brands may not be. We're continuing to look for ways to give a transparent experience to our clients so that the family members know what we're doing. And then quality of care, that comes from our use of RN care coordinators. So every family that works with Second Family gets an RN care coordinator. It's a dedicated person, that one and only point of contact to answer any questions, concerns, care plan, feedback from the family, all that kind of stuff.
Now, interesting, you said RN, but you're non-medical.
Correct.
These people are RNs?
Correct. They're all registered nurses. And the reason that we do that is twofold. The family feels like they're getting someone that's more knowledgeable and able to help guide them through the process of aging with mom or dad. RNs are the most trusted position in our country. Everyone trusts RNs and value their feedback. And then the second reason is that our caregivers respond well to that. They love the idea that it can be kind of scary. Say you're a 20-year-old CNA, you're fresh out of school, you're working with your first client, and there's a problem, and you're there by yourself. There's no one else in the house. It's comforting for them to have someone knowledgeable that they can call and they can provide feedback and assistance with them. So yeah, it's not a requirement from the state level, but for Second Family, we have an RN for each of our clients that we work with.
Fascinating. So the caregiver is not necessarily an RN.
Correct. The caregiver's not. Correct.
Gotcha. Hey, William, RN stands for registered nurse. Just so you know. Okay. So William, is this a executive model possibility, or are we talking owner operator?
Yeah, so we love to see our owner operators being the face of the business, especially in the formidable years, right? I tell everybody pretty straightforward, the best way for you to grow this business is to be out in the community, creating relationships, building rapport with what we call the kind of referral sources or tier one referrals, the OTs, the PTs, the memory care, the discharge nurses. It's going to be a really uphill battle if you're not out there creating the relationships and bringing the clients in, because this is surely not a McDonald's, right? You can't just click on those golden arches and people are going to flood the drive-through line. You got to get out there, build the rapport, and people want to work with people that they believe in, that they trust in. And that when you come and sit down at somebody's home and say, hey, we're going to take care of your loved ones, that means a lot to people. And that's serious, right? We're putting their health and their well-being in our hands. And that really needs to come across to the clients as well.
Nice. William, you know what? I'm going to take this to Joshua. So as we understand, and the consultants understand your model, we said non-medical, we said in-home senior care. Can you give us an idea of the breadth of what you actually do? Like do they vacuum?
Absolutely. Yeah. So think of activities of daily living. So it's anything that's non-medical that someone would need to maintain the quality of life. So personal care would be anything that's done in the bathroom or the bedroom, help getting dressed, that kind of thing. We'll do meal planning and preparation. We'll do light housekeeping. So vacuuming, yes. This comes up a lot with families who want us to clean the entire house. And like, okay, we're not really house cleaners, but if we make a sandwich for mom for lunch, we're going to do the dishes and wipe down the kitchen table. Or if mom's laundry is full, we're going to do the load laundry for mom, not the 3 grandkids that are living in the house as well. So yes, we provide anything that helps with activities of daily living for the client that we're caring for.
Solid. Easy to understand. Love that. Appreciate that. William, you mentioned 50 units awarded this week. Massive high fives to you. How many Z's is that, and what's becoming the norm?
Yeah, we've got about 27, 28 franchisees. Majority of our franchisees are coming in and seeing the benefit of doing multi-unit, right? We're averaging about 2.5 territories per franchisee. We do have a couple that have a couple more, but we're really all about just setting them up for success, right? Our territories are 30,000 seniors over the age of 65. So depending on the population density of that area, that can really give them a very strong territory to really be able to grow a great business in.
Yeah, I love that you're really defining the territory size by the client. You're not saying, that it's households, might not be any seniors, or that it's just people, but really it's focused on the senior 65 and up, I assume.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Awesome. All right. So we've multi-units there. The semi-absentee is not for the start, but you build it into it like anything else, my friend. So talk to the candidate about that, the focus, the full-time effort. William, let's jump over to Money Monet, shall we? Item 7, where are we at on the all-in investment range?
Yeah, so for a single territory, we're sitting at about 119,000 to about 217. So really a kind of, I would consider a lower entry level cost in a franchising space, but man, super high opportunity for high growth, high ceiling of growth. I would say, and I'm sure Josh agrees with me, the growth of these businesses are really up to the franchisee. If they want to go out there and hustle, they want to grind, they want to grow this business into something big. We've got franchisees that are doing over $3 million in gross revenue. So really can grow this into something fantastic that can truly make a difference.
That's outstanding. We're going to hear much more about that, item 19, shortly, gang. But on understanding that item 7, so we know the franchise fee, what, 60,000 for the franchise fee?
Yes, sir. 60K.
Right on. Okay, for a single unit, and then each. I'm getting to know Ruppin pretty well here. I'm going to say 50 for the second, 25 for the third.
So we go 60 for one, we go 55 and 55 if you do a 2-pack, and then 45, 45, 45 for 3 for 135. And that'll move in the same direction. It'll go 60 if you want one, and then down the road, if you want a secondary, it'll go to 55, then we go to 45 for the third.
Awesome. Or you can say 60, 50, 25, like I did. It's the same math.
It is the same math. That third one is very, it looks real good when you see it's only 25 extra thousand.
It's right. Yeah. William reminds me of my wife. Gotta correct me every time. Oh, all right. So beautiful. So where does the other money go to, William? The other, so another 100 or so in that all-in item 7, marketing?
Yeah, so absolutely. Marketing is critical, right? Josh and Chad have created what they call their launch guide. So that really is going to give them week by week plans on how and where and what to do from a marketing standpoint to grow their relationship in the community. But we also have other factors, right? Licensing. Every state's a little bit different when it comes to its licensing. We have been able to partner up with an awesome company, a massive law firm out of your neck of the woods, Dallas, that allows our franchisees to get licensed in their state in the quickest possible fashion. And then we all know that every state has a little bit of licensing requirement as well. So some funds are going to go to the state. But they've really got everything dialed in, from the technology to the operations to all the vendors that we're going to use. They've created an unbelievable vendor group that's really going to make it very, very beneficial for the franchisee and easier for them to launch off and really grow the business.
I'm not hearing office space at all.
Good question. So we do work in shared spaces. So every state is a little bit different. So we, Josh and Chad have made an awesome business where, their job is to keep your overhead as low as possible, right? We don't need a big brick and mortar business sucking the money out of your pocket every month. So we work in co-working spaces, WeWorks, Regis's. I think one of our franchisees works out of a Lifetime Fitness, as they're starting to add some shared space in there as well. Get your pickleball on in the morning, get your work on in the afternoon. So it really gives a great place to tie the license to, and then to hold the caregiver orientations where our franchisees are going to be doing group hiring events to be able to add those caregivers into the system.
Awesome. That's beautiful. Talk about that's so modern. So on the trend there. Beautiful. And Josh, the veteran community is so near and dear to the heart of franchising. Can follow great systems, they're disciplined, they focus, they work hard. What does Second Family do for our U.S. veteran community?
Yeah, we actually just had a veteran open a few months ago in Melbourne, Florida, He's doing fantastic. You're 100% right. He's a rule follower. He's a process-oriented guy, and he's getting off to a great start. But yeah, we offer a $5,000 discount on the first territory as a way to thank our veterans for their service.
Nice. Serious 5,000 is 5,000. Thank you for honoring our veterans. Josh, appreciate you guys in Repham for really showing that priority in our veteran community. Everybody's favorite seems to be item 19. Hot buttons are galore. William, you teased us earlier. I heard 3 million something with one of your locations. What does Second Family disclose on the item 19?
Yeah, we have a ton of information. Josh and Chad have been really fantastic about really prioritizing transparency, not only from the awarding process, but also to the franchisees when they're in business. So, we've got full P&Ls on all 5 locations or territories that were open for the totality of 2025. We've got billable hours, which is a critical KPI that those individuals need to learn. We've got client count. We've got caregivers with visits per month. We've got average monthly caregivers hours worked. We've got total caregivers in the bench, and then we've also been able to add in some awesome numbers for caregiver growth in our bench for our newer franchisee, and then time to first revenue and total revenue for some of the newer franchisees as well. So a ton of information. I appreciate it from Josh and Chad that they were able to fold all that into the item 19 because it is critical to make sure that people can make the right decision for themselves.
Beautiful. Well done, Josh. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, if you have some nice snapshots of that, put it in y'all's profile in the IFPG system. Consultants don't dive deep into the FTD, but they love to see some highlights on the item 19.
Absolutely. I love it.
I love that. Okay, so let's do a little pivot here. Josh, you guys were already franchising when you came to Repham, and you had options, man. You could go just about anywhere with your category, your the item 19 you built even a couple of years ago, no doubt was super strong. So what caused you and your partner to choose Repham?
Yeah, Repham was not the first FSO that we worked with, actually. We were working with a different organization and had a pretty bad experience. It was a 2-year period of time. We had 0 deals. We didn't have any discovery days during the 2-year period of time. Which was it's painful for a variety of reasons, financially included at the time. But it was during that time that we doubled down and we really built all of the training materials, all of the franchise support portal, and all of the tools that we have available to our franchisees now came as a result of that time where we were struggling and weren't really sure what the future was going to hold for us. And so once we separated ourselves from that other FSO, we were able to look and find a different partner. And Repham was at the top of our list from the very beginning for a couple of reasons. The first was it seemed like they were doing a lot of deals and that they were very accurately and enthusiastically promoting the brands that they were working with. And we weren't getting that previously.
Accurately and enthusiastically, like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and that was important to us to feel like they were really advocating on our behalf. But we ended up having to sell ourselves to Repham at the same time. We wanted to be with them. I think that senior care was a space that they weren't in at the time, and that perhaps they weren't sure that it fit well with their model. And so it took some chatting back and forth, but they were at the top of our list from the very beginning. We really wanted to be a part of the team, and we're so thankful that we are.
Heck yeah. And William, what can you tell us about Repham? I know there's 4 pillars. How many folks are on your team, etc.?
Yeah. Oh man, I think our company just hit somewhere in the 70s range of employees because not only do we do the franchise development, but we also have our four wings, right? Our 4 pillars. So you get the brandum, so that's going to be our branding, our marketing, our brand fundamentals. That's head up by the awesome Dennis Jackson. I'm sure you've met Dennis. So they're really getting out there and helping us really get our message across to the consultants like IFPG. I think I've seen you at a couple IFPG parties back in the day, right? In Hollywood. We've got our growing division, whereas I work. Simply, you guys know that I have a job because it is Josh and Chad's, really their full-time role is to support the franchisees in the business, right? We've got our Build 'em division, which holds a large part of our employees as well. They help with the real estate, the construction, the project management for the brick and mortar brands, because we all know, man, if you go for brick and mortar, a lot of times you sign that franchise agreement and you say, okay, what the heck am I doing next? So we've got an awesome team of amazing project managers that are really going to be able to support those franchisees getting open. And then our scale department, that's our operations team. This is two individuals that come from the automotive world in a very, very large driven brands platform. And they're really working behind the scenes with us and with our franchisors like Second Family, really to make sure that the franchise candidates and the franchisees that come in are set up for success as well. So really an awesome platform. And I couldn't be more thankful to be part of Repum Group and Second Family.
I appreciate you calling it the IFPG party. Now, it is at the IFPG retreat, but it's the Repum Dockside party, my friend. So Repum each year, guys, for probably 4 years now, I think, has been the sponsor of Night 2, the big night, the gala, the mixer, the Dockside soiree. And each year, Nick and I get together and we strategize, we talk, we get Dennis out of the room because he's the no man. Nick and I got the vision. Nick and I, we can spend Rob's money all day long, and we're always like, who can we get to be the epic? Are we gonna get Vanilla Ice? Are we gonna get we're not getting Two Live Crew, but I mean somebody in that genre, and every year we fail. But we're going to get one day. Maybe it'll be Nick up there. I just heard a while ago that he's working on singing some Nirvana. Smells Like Teen Spirit, I hear he's working on. That would be
great.
epic.
I mean, I think we've been working on getting you a zip line for the last couple of years. We just got to get OSHA to approve that, right?
Dude. Oh, from that balcony, that would rule. I'd have like a little cape that says Second Family on it as I fly by.
You would definitely
love it.
And then I would need to call the RNs when I land.
There you go. We'll have one on staff for you.
Awesome. Well, hey, Josh, there's no humility on this one. It's time to brag. Any rankings, awards, exciting news? And you guys are fairly emerging, so I'm not expecting a big old list here, but what can you share on the brag front?
You're right. We are fairly new. I think the biggest brag that we have recently was getting to 50 territories, especially having shared the story of where we came from 2 years with 0 deals. Getting to 50 territories sold, 42 of which are open right now. And I think that's something that I'm really proud of, is that we're not only signing these guys on, but we're really bringing on a great group of people. The franchisees in our system are really high quality individuals who are going to do wonderful things. And so we're getting them open. And we're staffing up while we're doing that so that we can continue to support the growth that I'm sure Repum will continue to bring our way with great candidates from IPG. And so we're excited to kind of keep building our internal team here to prepare for that.
How long, Josh, have you been with Repum approximately?
A little over 2 years, Will.
Yeah.
2 years and a couple
I
months.
think we hit 2 years in maybe May or June. Yeah.
So 50 territories in 2 years. That's awesome.
Yeah.
You're very healthy pace.
Yeah, we've been really, really particular about making sure that we find the right people, right?
Yeah.
That's critical, especially creating the foundation of this business. I always say you can bring on anybody and everybody with a pulse and a bank account, but we're really making sure that we bring on the right people that are really there, that are passionate about getting out in the community and really doing something fantastic for the people that live where they live.
Well, speaking of the right family, William, who is on your team that the candidate, the consultant might be working with through the discovery process?
Yeah, so with us, we've got some awesome team members. A lot of people are going to come in and they're going to meet, our Jenna, who's our scheduling team. She's really going to make sure that they're qualified and they're ready to rock and roll. They're going to meet Brielle is one of our mapping team members. So she's going to help our candidates really dial in that territory, along with Tamara on the back end is going to work with it. And then we can't forget Kerry Tober, right? Kerry Tober is going to be our VP. So he typically works with our candidates in the back end, really making sure that they're prepared for our Meet the Family Day in Baltimore when we meet in person, right? We don't do virtual. We really want to make sure that, not only does Josh and Chad get to meet the candidates, but that's really critical when you're looking to work with somebody for the next 10 years. They really want to make sure that these are the right people and that they're going to have an unbelievable working relationship.
Nice. Well, we definitely cannot forget Kerry Tober, although we try. So Josh, as we wrap up, the consultants love this category. They love Repum, and no doubt that from the territory checks and the deals done, the lives changed. They're loving them some Second Family. Any final thoughts for the consultants on why they, maybe if they haven't shown you, they should give you guys a shot, maybe put you on that shorter list of final options for their candidates that are a good match?
Yeah, I would say ask your candidate if they've had any experience with senior care in their own family, whether it's a grandparent, a parent, a more distant relative. It's not an industry where you have to have any kind of medical experience. I would say all of our franchisees have not had prior medical experience or home care experience, but they all, except for two, have had personal interaction with home care, either good or bad. Good, and they want to pay it forward. Bad, like Chad and I, they want to fix it for people in their community. So I would ask your candidates if they're interested in it and if they've had experience in it, because we've seen our franchise prospects have come from a wide variety of backgrounds. Ops people, we've had IT people, we've had sales people. All of them have the same common thread, which is they want to be in the community, they want to build relationships in their community, and they want to help their neighbors. And so that's kind of the common thread that we've seen in our franchisees.
Wow, well said. William, final thoughts for the consultants on Second Family?
No, we're just truly appreciative of all the support that you guys have been giving. About 9 or 10 of the territories that we've awarded have been IFPG awarded. So keep on sending us those great leads. Keep on supporting us. And I'm excited to work with y'all in the future and maybe see you in Maryland and then definitely in Hollywood, Florida.
Heck yeah. Guys, they know how to freaking frack. They're on top of it. Territory check responses are solid. Great opportunity, great people. You won't regret showing Second Family to your candidates that are a great match. And that, my friends, is your IFPG Discover for the week with the one and only William Siegel and our new friend, Joshua Markland, co-founder of Second Family. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Red.
Thank you.